Hey guys, it's been a while. Um, I'm really sorry that I haven't made a video for such a long time. To make a long story short, I was waiting for my tax return check to come in so that I could make a really big order to unbox for you guys. But it burnt up on the way here, so I had to get a reissue form, get all that sorted out. And by the time I got my check, made my order, and the order arrived, it was 3 months later. So, yeah, I'm really sorry. So, and yeah, that's why I haven't made a video for such a long time. Again, really sorry. Secondly, a couple milestones my channel hit since my last unboxing video. At least I think they're milestones, personally. Two to be exact, the lesser one being that my first and third unboxings both have over 1,000 views each, which is just crazy. Thank you guys so much. That's just ridiculous that on two separate occasions my videos have been watched over 1,000 times. It's just crazy. And the second thing is that I'm now at over 150 subscribers, I believe, which again is just ridiculous. All I do is take anime and manga out of a box and show it to the camera. I don't feel like I deserve even one subscriber for doing that. So, but don't get me wrong, guys. I'm really thankful. Like, thank you so much. It's awesome. I might not sound that excited, but I am. Trust me. So, yeah, thanks for all your views, your comments, your likes, subscribing, all that stuff. Thank you guys so much. It's awesome. So, and also, for people who are new to my unboxings, I don't have a mic. I just have a video camera, so the sound quality might suffer a bit. I'll talk a bit louder to help make up for it. So, yeah. Anyways, I have a huge pile of Right Stuff boxes here. I've got a pile of imports here. I've got an Amazon box and a pile of those little envelopes with the interior coated in bubble wrap that they use for smaller orders here. And then I've got 3 individual boxes right behind me that aren't anime and manga, but they're related to anime and manga. So, yeah, I've got a lot to go through, so this video is probably going to be a while. And I've got all the paper. Oh shoot! I've got all the paper taken out of each box to help save a little bit of time. So, the little adverts that Right Stuff always gives away with all their orders. Dirty pair. Don't really know much about it. So. Oh, and these 2 boxes are mostly manga, guys. Just so you know. So the first thing is Lychee Light Club. And I actually don't know too much about this novel. I just heard it was really good, and there's only 1 book, so I was like, hey, why not? The best description I can give you guys is what it says on the back here, which is the Lord of the Flies for our new century. So, yeah, I guess it's similar to Lord of the Flies in some sense. I'll show you next. Next is a horror manga called Uzumaki. This is about like a small town that is haunted by, I believe it's a monster. I'm not sure exactly what it is because I haven't read the manga. But what it does is it manifests itself into spirals, and it basically like drives people insane. And it sounded really cool, so I wanted to check it out because I haven't read a good horror manga besides Higurashi. But I wanted to kind of get into a little bit more horror manga, because I do like to get scared, to be honest. I enjoy a good scare every now and again. And as you can see, I have all 3 volumes. There's only 3 volumes in the series, so it's a nice little series to pick up if you're in the mood to get scared. Because I've heard great things about it. It's supposed to be quite good. Alright, next is... This was a manga I've really been interested in ever since I heard about it, and that is Pipochu. And this manga follows like 3 separate characters. One being an otaku in America who has a very like unrealistic view of Japan and its culture. He believes that basically everyone in Japan is like an otaku. They read manga, they watch anime, all that kind of stuff. And he goes there and he finds out just how wrong he is and what Japan is really like. So yeah, it's really cool. It's really, and another character I'll show you. This guy is the exact opposite of that otaku. He's a Japanese man who is like obsessed with Western culture. He believes it's all violence, drugs, sex, that kind of stuff. And yeah, it's really cool. And the most interesting thing about it, in my opinion, is that it was made by an American mangaka, which I believe that's what manga writers are called, mangaka. I apologize if they're not, if I'm wrong. So yeah, that really interested me. It's supposed to be really good, so. And as you can see, Gairei Zero, this is the story of two sisters who fight supernatural beings to protect the town they live in. They're part of this organization, and basically, on one of their missions, I guess you could call it, one of the sisters becomes possessed by this dark spirit, and the other sister basically has to choose between letting her sister kill innocent people or kill her herself to stop her. So, again, pretty interesting. It's supposed to be quite good. Next is Parasite, a very highly acclaimed manga series, and this manga takes place in a universe where these parasites exist. Like, parasites exist in the real world, but the parasites in this world are almost like alien-like creatures. They'll take over a human host and, like, I don't know if they just take over one specific body part. I think they do. That's what they do. So, for example, the main character gets taken, his right hand gets taken over by a parasite, and it can like morph itself into all this weird stuff, like his hand into all this weird stuff, and it can like communicate with the human that it's I don't know, like manifested itself inside. That's about all I know about it, because I haven't read it, guys. So I don't know too much, but that's how it starts off pretty much, and it just goes from there. Got all 8 volumes, I believe. That's how many are in this series. These covers at first actually turned me off from the series quite a bit at first. I just didn't like the look of them. Just these just disfigured looking people, and like disfigured limbs, and just, yeah, it turned me off from the series at first, but I do want to give it a chance just because of all the good things I've heard about it. So. And finally, Volume 8. It's the main character right there, I believe. Yeah, that's him. Okay. Next is Time of Eve. This is... Oh yeah, I forgot to mention to you guys, some of my stuff is open because a lot of this stuff I did go over the course of like the 4 months. I just got my like really big order in, but I got a bunch of kind of smaller orders throughout the course of the 4 months leading up to my big order. So, because I'm an impatient man, some stuff is opened. I apologize, guys. But anyways, Time of Eve, it's the story of people basically and androids, and it's about like equality for androids. It's about the human race. It's about these two kids learning about equality for androids, because in this world, androids are treated like objects, not like people. They're just used for humanity's benefit. And yeah, like I said, these two kids learn throughout the 6-episode series, I believe, and each episode is quite short, that they have feelings and they can actually, you know, like communicate, and they're not just objects for people to use. So, I passed over 2 series, I'll talk about that one. So, Eden of the East, basically a guy wakes up in front of the White House and doesn't know anything about why he's there or what happened, so that's basically a mystery about him trying to figure out why. And you know, why he woke up in front of the White House and just what's going on exactly with that. And then Akira, I've got all the volumes, so I'll have a decent amount of time to talk about Akira. Some of you might ask why I picked up the manga over the movie, because the movie is like highly acclaimed. Like, people say the movie is so good. But the reason I picked up the manga over the anime movie, was because I believe the movie is about 2 hours long, whereas, as you can see, these books are friggin' huge, and I think there's 6 or 7 of them. So to fit all this into 2 hours, cannot be an easy thing to do. So I've heard that the manga is able to tell the story a lot better. It's able to explain certain things a lot better, and it's just supposed to be better overall. Like, if the movie is as good as people say, then the manga just must be like godly. Like, that's what I think, at least. And I'll pick up the movie because Funimation is re-releasing it on DVD and Blu-ray, which I thought was pretty exciting. So when they do release that, I'll be picking that up. Maybe not exactly when it's released, but I will get it eventually. And these books are just massive, like I said earlier. Whoops. Okay. And finally, the 6th volume. Alright. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys this anime real quick, if these books will stay put. Oh, whoops. Glitch up. Sorry, guys. Okay. Golden Boy. This is a series about a guy who's a law student studying to become a lawyer, and he's just memorizes curriculum with ease. So, with all that said and done, he decides to travel the world on a bike and learn, like, life lessons. He wants to, like, kind of learn more lessons about life now that he's mastered his curriculum for what he wants to do as a profession. Sorry, guys, just taking a drink of my water. And yeah, he meets all these girls along the way. It's like a harem, basically, but it's supposed to be really good. I'm not saying that all harem is bad, but some of it can be pretty bad. But anyways, next is Pluto. And this is another very highly acclaimed manga series. I'm pretty excited to own this one. I'm excited to own all the manga I got, but this one, just a little bit more so than most others I've gotten, at least in this unboxing video. I gotta stop saying I'm not sure how many times I've said it throughout this video. I hope not too much. I kind of do it unconsciously, guys. I'm really sorry if I say it a lot. I'm really trying not to, because I know it can be really annoying. I'm doing my best not to. I'm not sure how much I've done it. So anyways, Pluto. It is the universe that this manga takes place in. Humans and androids coexist, but unlike Time of Eve, I believe androids are treated equally in this universe. And there's this person going around murdering just androids. Like, he doesn't murder humans, he's just murdering androids. And this detective is investigating the case, and he is an android, and he's like one of the 7 great androids or something in the world. And he finds out during his investigation that he's one of the targets for this murder. And that's where it starts out, and it just goes from there. I can't tell you any more, guys, because I haven't read it. I apologize. But that's where it starts off. And, like I said earlier, it's supposed to be really good. Highly, highly acclaimed series. Whoops. And these books aren't just paperback, like... Sorry, guys, there's a train going by. I hope you can still hear me. One thing I really like about these books... Sorry, guys. Just kind of wait for it to stop tooting its horn. Okay, so yeah, these books aren't just paperback. They're made out of their covers are made out of a little bit sturdier material. I'm not sure what exactly, but I'm just pointing this out because I always appreciate when companies print books with a little bit sturdier covers than like paperback. It's just nice, and it helps keep the pages and just book itself a little bit more protected. So it's always nice when companies do that. Finally, number 8. I got all 8 volumes, as you guys can see. Alright. So that's that. Next is another little advert for another. I've heard a lot about this anime. I was thinking of getting it, but in the end I decided not to. I heard it was a horror anime that started out good, but it eventually just got worse and worse, and just eventually started resorting to like Final Destination-esque tactics, just killing people for the sake of killing, and just kind of for shock value, trying to shock the audience, and just didn't it just became really bad apparently. Okay, as you can see here, Bakemonogatari, and I hope I didn't butcher that name totally. This is open because I really wanted to watch this like a lot. I heard the visual style was really, like the, not visual style, but the animation was really well done. And it just really interested me because it's really dialogue heavy anime, and just, it really relies on its characters. And yeah, like I said, it just really seemed interesting. I really wanted to check it out. So I did, and I liked it a lot. It was really good. Little ad for the Madoka Magica movies. I don't know if I'll check out the first and second. I'll just probably check out the third and fourth, because this first and second are just recaps of the series. So, Katana Gatari. Again, I hope I didn't butcher that name. But this is opened as well, guys. The second half isn't. But yeah, this is another series I just wanted to check out. It's supposed to be quite good. And yeah, it is pretty good from what I've seen so far. I've watched about 4 episodes, and I enjoy it. I enjoyed it quite a bit. It's supposed to have a really, like, I don't know about a twist ending, but the ending's supposed to be just, I don't know, like, crazy. I don't know how to describe it because I haven't seen it yet, but the ending is a big part of this anime apparently. So, yeah. Next is, I didn't really tell the story about that one. Crap. Sorry guys. Nisei Monogatari, and this is the direct sequel to Bakemonogatari. I'm sure most of you guys know that. And again, I opened this because I enjoyed Bakemonogatari so much I wanted to check out the sequel, and I enjoyed it pretty much just as much as Bakemonogatari. I thought it was really good. Okay. This is in there quite tight. Okay. I'll just take this stuff off real quick. The second Fate Zero Blu-ray box set. Yeah, like a week after I ordered this, and the first, like literally like a week after, Aniplex announced their American versions of these, which are pretty much have everything these have plus the dub, and they're $150 each for 2 sets, whereas these are like $350 each. So yeah, I was just a little bit upset when I found that out. It sucked, but oh well, it's not that big of a deal. Well, it is. Yeah, whatever. Not much you can do. I'm still really glad I own this series, and I'm glad that Aniplex is releasing it at a reduced price so more people can own it, because a lot of people looked at the price tag for the Blu-ray, the Japanese Blu-ray box sets, and just laughed because they're pretty ridiculously priced. So yeah, this is the translation booklet that Right Stuff gives with the set. So, next, I'm going to save these two boxes for last, because this is my big order that I just got today. So I'll go into the Amazon stuff next. Whoops. Okay. First, we have Hellsing Ultimate, limited edition chipboard art box, as you guys can see, volumes 5 to 8. Amazon, no, not Amazon. Right Stuff didn't have this in stock, which I was bummed out about, because you guys know, if you've watched my other unboxings, you know that I love chipboard art box sets. And what was I going to say? Amazon had it in stock, surprisingly, to my surprise at least, which I was quite happy about. And here is volumes 1 to 4, as you guys can see. Oh yeah, and way back in my first unboxing, I said that Black Butler was a lot like Hellsing, or something like. I take that back, by the way. I just wanted to let you guys know I take that back. I was so wrong. I now know that Hellsing is nothing like Black Butler, and vice versa. Here, as you can see, Nana. It's supposed to be a really good romance drama series, and you guys know that I love romance stories in general. So, and I watched the first half of the first episode on YouTube, and yeah, I really enjoyed what I saw. So, I wanted to pick up the first set and check it out. I've actually got more on the way, so. But yeah. Anyways, next is, let's see, Full Metal Panic. Another popular series that a lot of people seem to enjoy and talk about it quite a bit. It supposedly has an ending that leaves you wanting more. There's apparently more material for people to adapt, for the creators to adapt, but people don't seem confident that that's going to happen for whatever reasons. And as this is Full Metal Panic Fumofu, I don't know how to pronounce that. And this, basically, the series normally, the first season is an action series, it's full of action and that kind of stuff, but this is a romance comedy. So it took it from a serious action to a romance comedy, and apparently it did it very well. Apparently this is hilarious, so I thought that's pretty cool. And then they, with Second Raid here, the second season, they went back to what they originally were doing, the action and the seriousness and all that. But yeah, I found it really cool to find out that they went, like I said, from a serious action to a comedy romance, and pulled it off well. People really enjoyed it apparently, so I thought that was quite cool. For next, I've got, I'm sure you guys saw it in the camera, a series that you guys have been recommending to me since my first unboxing. I've heard so much about the series. I've been getting recommended to watch it so much. Like I said, ever since my first unboxing. I haven't even been recommended here just on YouTube. I've been recommended it on forums and just many other places. Critics give it, reviewers and all that give it really good scores. It's just supposed to be one of the best anime dramas out there. So, I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about, which is Clannad. I've just heard so much stuff about this series. People seem to love this series, and I don't think I think I will too, because it's a romance drama, and I love, you guys know, I love romance stories, and I like good dramas. And what really interests me about this series is this after story. I've never seen an anime go beyond the kiss that brings the two main love interests into the relationship. Once they kiss and they're in the relationship, it usually ends. But this goes beyond that kiss, which really interests me. I'm really excited to check this series out. Okay, next is Fruits Basket. And obviously I got the chipboard art box version. I believe the other version was the Viridian collection, because you guys know I love my chipboard art boxes. And this is an anime I actually watched on Netflix, and I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, I had to pick that up. Next we've got Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt. And this is a series I think this is a really hit or miss series. I think you either love this series or you hate it. I'm one of the people who loved it. And yes, it is open because I had to rewatch it on Blu-ray because I feel it is awesome. So, especially that fight scene with them and the Demon Sisters. That episode is just so awesome. Okay. Next, so now we're going to get into the imports now. Okay. First Blu-ray box set of Fate Zero, and I don't think I gave the summary for this. It takes place in a universe where mages bring back the spirits of great warriors from the past and use their mana to give them physical form, and they're basically used to fight each other. There's 7 in all total, 7 or 8 participants in total, and they all participate in this what's called the Holy Grail War, and they fight. Like, whoever wins the Grail gets one wish. They can wish for anything. So that's what they're fighting for, and it's really cool. I'm sure a lot of you guys know what the story is because Fate Zero is a pretty popular series. So yeah. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to find a place for all these boxes and whatnot. I just barely got any room on my bed for anything, so. Alright, so here's something that I was surprised to find not a lot of people in the community talking about. I haven't seen anyone on YouTube like unbox this or anything, which, I don't know, it just really surprised me because this is a very popular series. The Blu-ray Premium Edition for it sold out really fast, apparently. So when they announced this, I was really excited because I thought I was going to have to get the DVD version, and everyone was saying that it's so much better in Blu-ray. So, like I said, when they announced this in Blu-ray, I was so excited. I pre-ordered it and everything. But, like I said, no one seemed to really be talking about it, which surprised me. So, what I'm talking about is The Garden of Sinners. And it might be kind of hard to see. So, yeah, again, this is supposed to be a really good series. It's a set of movies, actually. And it's supposed to be really good. Made by the same people who did Fate Zero. This was made before Fate Zero, though. So, yeah, it's supposed to be really good. Again, I was surprised that no one was really talking about it. I thought people were going to be really excited for this because not a lot of people were able to get the Premium Edition Blu-ray set because, like I said, it sold out really fast. So, but, oh well, I guess. Okay, so I'm sure a lot of you can tell what this is going to be just by looking at the box. Just let me get all this out. Yeah. Two little